Okay, Rod here today at DuBois Park, Jupiter, Florida. We're going to test out the DJI Pocket 3. It got a firmware update just about a week ago, added a couple big features. One of them was the medium tele feature, which allows you to, basically, go in two times. You take it from like a 20 millimeter view to a 40 millimeter view with no loss of quality. So this is not just a strict digital zoom where you kind of crop in a sensor and it's not, doesn't look as good anymore. This is a lossless, crop in, or whatever you want to call it, two times. So I said you go to a 40 with a lossless zoom. I guess you would say the best thing. So I'm in it right now. I'm in that, in there twice. I'm at the 40 millimeter now. How's it look? Do I look digitally zoomed in, or does it really look like a the lossless crop that's cracked up to be? We're going to do a little testing here. Now, I do want to mention some downsides too, because this is the first comments in the video here. It does not work in what do you call it, DLOG M. Does not work in HDL. Does not work with tracking. It probably doesn't work with other stuff. That's the three biggies here. So that is the cons. But it seems like the people that watch these videos you make, most of them are the people that do the DLOG M and HLG, and I use them too, and the tracking. So they're leaving all these comments, about, well, it's no good, it's useless because it doesn't work in those modes, and I feel their pain, but here's the thing is, more than 50% of the people buy the Pocket 3. I mean, I'm just going to throw 50% of, maybe it's 60, 70%, never ever going to use HLG. They're never ever going to use DLOG M or whatever. Maybe it's more possible using tracking, but a lot of the things that the first, the DLOG army or the first comments are going to say, the majority of people buy this camera are never going to use those features. I think this is a worthwhile upgrade because there's just as many times I want to get in tighter on something and I can't actually walk over to it. I can't zoom in my legs, as I used to say, and I would like to punch in, but I don't want to lose quality. That's more important to me many times than whether the video is in D-Log or not. I mean, if you're trying to create if you're making your own little mini masterpiece movie, maybe it has to be color graded down to the finest degree. I understand that, but lots of times you're just doing some kind of a newsworthy video, like for instance me, a ship washed up on the shore, and I want to get a news kind of worthy shot of whatever. I don't need it to look like it's a Hollywood production. I just need to see clearly. So there is value to this type of stuff. So let's get on with the testing of some of these new features. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it comes with focus breathing too. I got in my soapbox there. I didn't mention the focus breathing. So what focus breathing is the amount of time or the trouble that the camera lens has locking in on the focus. And apparently, I hadn't seen a lot of issues with this on the Pocket 3, but apparently some people have, maybe certain situations, so they've corrected the focus breathing issue. And they've also added the ability to, we did mention DLOG M earlier, they also mentioned, came up with the ability to use DLOG M for live streaming. I don't really understand that. I'm not going to test that in this video. I have, I live stream, but I don't worry about whether it's in DLOG M. I don't color grade my live stream, so I mean, I know it's probably an important feature to many people, but you're not going to see me test or review in this video. Google search for somebody else it is, but I'm going to test out again. Right now, I'm going to test the focus breathing. Okay, so let me walk farther away from the camera. Okay, and then I'll walk up and see how the focus is as I'm getting closer. Whether it has any trouble. Here I go again, backing away. How about coming out from behind a palm tree? Does it have any trouble with the focusing? I don't have tracking on, of course, but if I put tracking on, I couldn't use the, the medium tele. So let's see, I've got 4K 60 on. I didn't put any ND filters on here, so you probably no motion blur on here, folks. So, but yeah, let's walk around. Let's do some more testing. All right, we're here with the DJI Pocket 3, and we're just at the kind of normal focal length here. What we're doing here is we're going to try to show, you know, the difference with the new feature, the medium tele lens, MAD. I don't know, you know, the exact wording of it, but what it is, it's a 2x, you know, feature. Not really a lens, it's 2x, you know, software thing that allows you to go in twice. Now, I know this camera always had, you could, you know, zoom in digitally with a 2x to get a 2x, but this is a lossless 2x, you know, kind of crop in, where you don't lose any of, you know, how to describe any of the digital beauty when we crop it. So again, you've been looking at the not the you know, the medium tele. So here we're going to switch it. Now we're going to stop the video to switch. Okay, now we're in that medium tele here. As you can see, it's really cropped in. In fact, for the shot I'm doing, it's not as good because you want to see all the palms and stuff here, and you can't see them now because I'm too cropped in. So let me adjust the, yeah. See, I had the gimbal adjusted correctly, you know, with that wide, with the wider field of view. Basically, this goes from, you know, like you were in about a 20 millimeter focal length if you're a photographer at all, and now you're in like a 40. So it just doubles it without any loss of quality. Well, I'm saying that this is my first test of it. You tell me whether you think I've lost any quality. You know, now up close, you won't want to use this, but look, when you're, here's a shot here. Let me, okay, now this is, you know, the 40 millimeter here, which is double. So let's stop this and go back to the 20, which is, you know, just the normal. Okay, now here is the field of view, which is normal. So you see how, like, I'm kind of not close to anything to really, you know, make it worthwhile. I'm too, you know, zoomed out. I should walk over, you know, what's the old saying? I should zoom in with my legs by walking over there. And that's all I could do previously, unless I wanted to use the digital crop. And a lot of people don't like crop in the sensor. So let me show you one more time here. Okay, so here we are using that Med Tele. We cropped all the way in. Now, you know, now it looks like we're somewhere near the subject, which we'll call that coconut grove, our subject that we want to be at. So again, you tell me. I'm still filming in 4K 60, no filters or anything in here. You tell me whether that looks like we've lost any quality when we hit that medium tele. And of course, also you can still use the 2x. And I think I could do the 2x without shutting it off. So let me try it here. Okay, so you're seeing that here. Okay, there it is. Now I've got a combination of the medium tele and the 2x zoom together here to really get me in tight on that coconut grove over there. So now at this point, we should have lost quality according to DJI's literature and specs. So this should look kind of digitalized here, where we're going to take it back down again. Okay, now we should not, now we're not digitally zoomed in. And now we shouldn't have a loss of quality. So again, I'm looking at it in a tiny little screen on the back of the Pocket. So you tell me when you guys are watching on your, you know, 65-inch HDR TV screens in your living room. You tell me how good it looks, or even your 27-inch IMAX, or was it now it's a 24-inch IMAX, or even your, you know, maybe your 16-inch MacBook Pros. Tell me what you think. And for the vertical video lovers, this is 3K 60, because you can't do 4K in the vertical video in the Pocket, I don't believe. So this is the normal, you know, we'll say 20 millimeter lens, even though it's in vertical. Let me point this up and get a little bit more of the palm tree with the gimbal here. And let me walk along a little bit here, and then we'll shoot it into the, see if we could do that new medium tele zoom in vertical video. Maybe we can, maybe we can. I'm trying to get more of the palms tops here. Here we go. There we are. Okay, let me stop here. I'm going to stop the video here, and then we're going to go to the... Okay, now we're using that, you know, that medium tele, so it should be the equivalent like a 40 millimeter lens here on a traditional camera, if you're familiar with those type of terms. So again, this should provide, you know, a full, you know, no lossless zoom, no loss of quality. You tell me. I'm just looking at it on a little bitty screen here. Okay, here is a little lagoon. I'm going to raise this up a little bit here. A little lagoon at, get the rocks out of there. A little lagoon at DuBois Park here. And this is in the traditional, you know, 20 millimeter normal camera for the Pocket 3. Again, we're just on auto everything, auto color, you know, of course you can't shoot D-Log, but we're in auto everything here. But I think we're still in 10-bit. Okay, so that kind of looks like the perfect frame. I'm going to try the medium tele here, but I don't think that's going to be good for this shot. Okay, now I'm going to try to replicate the same thing I did, you know, last shot now. This is, you know, we're in there twice, equivalent of 40 millimeter. And I've actually moved the gimbal down a little bit because, you know, I was shooting too much sky. So, you know, this, you know, this is a little tighter. You can see the people better. You can see like a little, maybe you can see that woman and a little child there by the waterline. And here's the beach here. You know, maybe, you know, this is a tighter shot here. Again, this is supposed to be lossless. You tell me if it really is lossless. And I'm going to do a quick, I thought I had some boats here. I thought I was going to do a quick zoom, but I'm not, or, you know, quick y'all, as Marcus would say. All right. Okay, I've got a boat coming here. You may not be able to see it. I'm back on the normal focal length here, which is about 20 millimeters. And we got a set of boats slowly coming at us, coming in the inlet there. And I'm going to go to, you know, the medium tele here. Okay, now you can actually probably see that boat in the medium tele. And now let's actually do the 2x on top of the medium tele. I can't get it going. Okay, that is a medium tele. Let me stop it here. And there's a normal 20. Hard to see again, huh? As it's getting closer, you've probably seen it better. But let's stop it again and go to that medium tele. There you go. That's much better, isn't it? Now you can actually see, you know, the boat with a little bit of a detail with that medium tele, where before that regular that just wasn't cutting it for something like this. Comes another boat at us. Okay, there you go. The normal lens on, you see how everything's just really small now. The boat's approaching us. Probably can, maybe you can start to see it now. I'm going to go back to the long. That's the medium tele, and the boats passed each other there. Here comes this other boat here. Uh oh, he's hitting some wakes there, probably from the other boat. But yeah, this is very useful. This medium tele lens for things like this, when you're kind of on shore at an inlet and boats are passing by, and I'm sure there's many similar things. Okay, now here we're using the medium tele and the digital zoom combined. So you should see a loss of quality on this as compared to just the medium tele. You tell me at home whether you've seen any loss of quality by me using the zoom with the medium tele lens. Okay, I'm walking along here, testing some of the stabilization. this sort of sums up the video here on the Pocket 3, whether the new features, the medium tele that punches in 2 times with no losses, no quality loss, and also whether you saw any focus breathing issues, or on how you can see if something's been improved, if it improves it. But yeah. And I think the bug fixes, like I think I mentioned in the beginning, we're not going to test the webcam feature here. So yeah, so that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you back on another video soon here. So if you got anything out of it, give me the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a member, ring that bell so you'll know when I put up new videos. And I will link another interesting video in here. So I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm going to see you over at that other video, hopefully somewhat related to this video. All right, next time.